how is life now?
Life is good now, thank you. Yeah, I don't take care of myself as much as I want to, but I definitely still use a lot of the tools that I learned from you to make sure that I keep on the straight and narrow for myself.
Mm-hmm. And you are enjoying your own work now, the woodwork?
I've started my own business, which I think is probably, well, I can't say the biggest thing. I think the biggest thing that I gained from contacting you and you taking care of me, I think, was freedom from my mind and self-loving care. And I've never ever accepted myself for who I actually am. I've never even thought about who I am. I've been so busy peddling like mad underneath to be a wife, to be a mother, to be a school pupil, to keeping everybody happy and being who everybody expects me to be. And then when everything got too much, and after contacting the doctor and the doctor saying that this is a depression, you're going to need, he didn't say I had to, he said you're going to need to take antidepressants. And that was a reality check for me. I realised then that something was dreadfully wrong. I wasn't coping, even though there was a lot of grief involved. I knew then that I needed to do something. And I just saw this on my Facebook, Yoga for Health. And I thought, well, okay, this actually speaks to me a little bit more. And then I went on to an advertising site and found you. And that's when everything started to change for me. And I'm nearly 60 years old. And I keep saying to my children, please, there's one thing I can teach you is please take care of yourself. Please love yourself. Please accept yourself. And please be true to yourself. Because I've only learned that at my age. And I wish that this was more available to everybody from a young age. I think it's really important to take care of yourself for who you truly are. Yeah. So the fact that I had my mental health back, I didn't need antidepressants. I worked every day on myself with your help, as you know. I worked very hard. I enjoyed every single minute of it. Some things I found hard, some things we had to do for longer and repeat things, but I worked hard and it paid off. This gave me the confidence to start my own business, which is, I'm a wood artist now. I'm just about to launch my own website. I am already in a shop that's taken on artisan people. And I've been asked to turn some pens. I've never done pens before, and they're going to a pen fest in London. So I'm really busy. Today I've taken a day off, which I said to my husband this morning, actually, you know, I like the freedom of being able to work if I want to, but able to take a day free when I feel that I need to. So it's an amazing experience. It's a huge learning curve, setting up your own business, working for yourself. And also for me, it's absolute bliss because I'm expressing myself every day with my creative work. And I love it.
Oh, well, it's so beautiful. Do you remember our first call?
A bit, with my head in my hands. I really, yes, I do remember. I remember quite a few of them. With love. I remember them with love and the care that you gave me. It literally shone from you that you genuinely cared. I didn't feel that I was just a customer or a client. I really felt that somebody was listening to me and seeing me. And that's really, really lovely that you have that gift to share, because I truly felt that. And I think you gave me a lot of confidence. Obviously, it was in there somewhere, but I didn't know how to access it. I needed to do a lot of work on my chakras. Some of them were completely blocked. And some of them were just really nice to work on and to feel the love and everything that you have within. But I do remember that call. And yeah, it was dire straits.
So I remember it as that was a turning point for you so much. So you were just ready. You were ready. You knew deep inside that this is the path that is going to change your life. And you were just expressing everything out, getting everything out to be ready for the next
chapter, for the next part of the journey. Yeah. It was an uphill struggle. I'm glad it was uphill and not downhill. And I think that the word I used to use to you was that I took a leap of faith. I didn't know anything about this yoga healing, chakra balancing, loving myself, which is something I think a lot of people do not do. But it was a leap of faith. It was, I don't know how this is going to work, but there's something inside of me that believes it can work. And I just did it. And I just thought, if I commit myself to this, then I'm going to come out of the other side. And for the first time in my life, I no longer have a goal weight. I no longer have an image that I'm looking towards. I did want to put makeup on this morning for everybody to know. I ran out of time. Instead of delaying it, I just decided, do you know, this is who I am. This is my face. I have a tiny bit of mascara on. I'm nearly 60 years old, and I'm happy with the way that I look. And I've never been able to say that, and that includes my weight. And for my whole life, although I've never been big, I've never been happy. Even when I'm a size 8, I've never been happy. You know, there's always been some control involving food or something like that, whether it's too little, too much. I don't have that anymore. The spell has been broken. And I just think now, yes, I may have an old image in my head of who I used to think that I wanted to be and how I thought I wanted to look, but that doesn't affect me anymore. Now I think, do you know, this is me and I'm going out. And if I want to wear my dungarees out, I'm just going out in my dungarees. You know, I no longer have to dress up for an office or for anybody. I don't have to do it. And I think that I do like getting dressed up, but I don't like dressing up that often. I do like being quite natural. And I've learned that myself. It's nice, it's lovely to get dressed up. And we all like to feel really good about ourselves. But you can feel that just being natural as well once you accept yourself, which took me a long time, a lot of years. You can see there's so much more to life than taking care of everybody else, and that's changed me. My personality is completely different to what it used to be. Very, very different. I'm still, the core of me is still the same, but my personality is very different. I don't roller coaster in anymore, whether on the good or the bad. You know, there's a much more steady flow to me, which I like. I never liked my personality. I was always bending over backwards to please somebody, or even trying to help somebody. And sometimes I would help somebody to the detriment, to my own detriment. Might have to, I don't know if I've said that right, sorry everybody. But and it was hard to do that. And I don't do that anymore. I stand back and think, can I do that person? And if I can, then I will, rather than just throw myself in thinking, I can fix this, I can fix this, I can take that pain, I can make everything okay. I don't do that anymore. I sit back now and think, can I realistically, what impact is this going to have on me and my family before I rush in? I said to my friend the other day, I said, sometimes, you know, over the years, I wish I could have just taken my brain out and put it on the side and just had a little 5-minute break from it. You know, I don't actually feel that way anymore, because I'm able now to calm my mind far more easier than I used to be able to. But it would be good for everybody. And I think meditation is actually a way of taking your brain out of your head and putting it on the side and having a little break. Because once you get that peace and quietness in your mind, that is, You just need that break, you know, from all the thinking, all the external thinking, I think it is, which I'm really glad now that I don't have too much of. I still get a little bit stressed, you know, when things aren't going right, you know, when I'm learning something and, you know, not getting it right. I still get a little bit frustrated, you know, but I just take time out and then go back to it. You know, sometimes I can put it down for a day, whereas before I would have thought to myself, I'm going to get this right. I need to do this and I'm going to do it now. Whereas now I think this isn't actually working.
Mm-hmm. That's beautiful. That's so amazing to hear. It's great, the job that you did, and the fact that you just kept going, even sometimes if it didn't make sense or it didn't work at this specific moment. You just were persistent, and it's just beautiful to see how you look now, how you feel, how you speak. It just makes me so happy.
I'm glad you're happy, because you really should be, because I really believe that you are an angel, a real earth angel sent here to heal people and to share your wisdom with everybody and to make that magic happen. And it is truly like magic. And that's how I felt in the mornings when I sat down and did the work that you were teaching me. Every day I felt a little bit magic. I'm actually going all goosebumpy, remembering that feeling that I had sat on my meditation cushion on my yoga mat. And at that point, I couldn't even really bend or sit properly or sit up straight. You know, since then, since everything, my muscles are starting to get stronger. I no longer need to do the Pilates that I was doing 3 times a week. You know, my body is now strong enough to walk. In fact, when I went out at the weekend, I did 13,000 steps, which is the most I've probably done since since I became unwell, really. So, and that's huge. The most I'd done before then and actually tracked was about 7,000. So I nearly doubled that, and I could walk the next day. And yeah, it's good that, you know, to get my health back, my physical health back, as well as be mentally well as well, is really.
You don't have any more hip pains, because when you start,
I still have. So I still have some soft tissue problems where my muscles get overworked and get knotted up a little bit. But every time I have a deep massager, I've been using acupuncture quite a bit. Every time I sort of like get a bit better, and I go longer in between the treatments. So I haven't had any acupuncture now probably for about 4 weeks. I was having those weekly.
Wow.
And I was also having a deep tissue massage weekly. I don't need that. I haven't had, I think, 3 weeks on that since I had. And I went to the chiropractor yesterday, and he told me, come back now as and when you need to. I came home. I actually only now have 1 massage booked next week. Apart from that, I have nothing booked. And I came home really, really joyous. I said, yes, I don't have an appointment to think about. I don't have to keep my diary free. I don't have to know that I've got to attend these appointments. So it's really good. And I can sit up. Before I couldn't sit up. I didn't have any core strength. Yeah, so it's really all positive.
Wow, that is so great to hear. So you are free now, so you can.
And physiotherapists. I mean, a lot of physio. I've had an awful lot of physio, shockwave treatments, all of those. And I was walking around with my son at the weekend, and I said to him, I never thought I would be able to walk again like this. I just, you know, it was a real eye-opener for me. I walked up the steps there. I can walk up the stairs now. And just so that, you know, everybody knows that stress truly does affect your body in all different ways, just so that people can get an idea of what actually went wrong with the stress. Caused something called oxidative stress, which caused chronic fatigue. My muscles really stopped working. I had a lot of muscle loss, soft tissue where it was all damaged. And this is all truly born from stress. Things that, you know, that are, and my stress was genuinely out of my control. I had to deal with it, but I just could not take any more. And my body just gave up. So it's a long journey to get yourself well. But I truly believe that if you take care of yourself and your mental health, your stress levels, you are kind to yourself, you love yourself, you meditate and do some form of yoga to release the stress, you won't end up like I did. And I think that is really important for everybody to know, that you must take care of yourself above everything else. Kind to self is the way forward. And it truly is.